Imagine sailing into uncharted waters in 1792, mapping the rugged coastline of what would become British Columbia. That's exactly what Captain George Vancouver did, a British Royal Navy officer whose name would forever grace one of Canada's most vibrant cities. Vancouver, named in his honor, was incorporated in April 6, 1886, transforming from a rough logging settlement into a bustling hub. But every new city needs a heart. Enter Vancouver City Hall, whose story is as nomadic as the explorers who inspired its name. Just 2 months after incorporation, disaster struck. June 13, 1886, the Great Vancouver Fire raged through our city, reducing it to ashes in under an hour. With everything lost, the first city council had to improvise, and boy did they ever, setting up shop in a humble tent at the foot of Carroll Street, right near the Canadian Pacific Railway Pier. Mayor Malcolm Anderson McLean and his team huddled under canvas, making big decisions for a reborn city. Talk about tentative governance. This makeshift setup hosted the first post-fire council meeting on June 15, 1886, but it was only temporary. The city was ready for something sturdier. Enter the Sentinel Brothers, 4 enterprising siblings who whipped up Vancouver's first permanent city hall in just 1 month for about $46,000 of today's dollars. This 2-story wooden structure at 149 Powell Street served until 1888. And here's a fun twist. The city once got locked out by the builders over unpaid bills. It later housed the police station until 1909, and other offices into the 1920s before being demolished. From 1888 to 1898, City Hall moved to Oppenheimer Warehouse at the southeast corner of Powell and Columbia Streets, around 100 Powell Street. This 3-story brick gem, built in 1886, miraculously survived the Great Fire. It was during the tenure of Mayor David Oppenheimer, Vancouver's second mayor from 1888 to 1891, a visionary businessman known as the Father of Vancouver, for kick-starting infrastructure like streetcars, water systems, and even Stanley Park. Today, this building still stands, reborn as the Warehouse Studio, owned by rock and roll legend Bryan Adams. Next up, from 1898 to 1929, the upper floors of the old market hall at 425 Main Street became home to Vancouver City Hall. Designed by architect C.O. Wickenden and built in 1889 from Bowen Island bricks, it started as a public market with a theater downstairs, a one-stop shop for veggies and voters. Its twin turrets gave it a fairy tale vibe. After City Hall left, it served as a library annex until its demolition in 1958. As Vancouver grew, especially after merging with South Vancouver and Point Grey in 1929, bigger digs were needed. From 1929 to December 1936, City Hall occupied the Holden Block at 16 East Hastings Street. This 10-story masonry marble, designed in 1911 by the architect William Tuft Whiteway, the same genius behind the Sun Tower, was built by realtor William Holden and featured classic details fit for a growing metropolis. It's still standing today as the Teeler Tower, a heritage-listed landmark in historic Gastown. Finally, on December 4, 1936, Vancouver City Hall found its forever home at 453 West 12th Avenue at the corner of Cambie Street. This stunning Art Deco tower, designed by Fred Townley, was built for $1 million during the city's Golden Jubilee, a make-work project to boost employment during sluggish economic times. With its steep design, like a Mayan temple, and transitional style blending Art Deco ornamentation with modern simplicity, it was designated a heritage site in 1976. Fun fact, Voters in 1934 chose this site over downtown options, shocking many at the time. From a tent in the ashes to an Art Deco icon, Vancouver's City Hall journey mirrors the city's resilient spirit. So why not come visit? Stroll Gastown's historic streets, explore Stanley Park, and stand before City Hall itself and look down at False Creek. Experience the city that Captain Vancouver inspired. Adventure awaits.